Hey guys, my name's Jack and I'm here today to bring to you my 6th in the world Ultimate Team season so far for Champions, custom tactics, formations, players reviews, that kind of stuff. As you can see, finished 6th in the world, both with leaderboard, 2374 skill rating. Matched quite a lot of good players, kind of Elite 1, top 100 kind of caliber. Unfortunately, every time there's a patch like there was today or an update or whatever, the champ channel decides to disappear, so disappointing. As you can see, we have got 3.5 mil sat there. That's because I quite stupidly, in a hindsight video, I sold my FUT birthday Mbappe that I used this weekend. As you can see, I have got the 98. I've got that untradeable, but I wouldn't have had enough coin to sell for birthday Mbappe and get R9 for the last weekend. So I decided to keep the FUT birthday and just not use this one because FUT birthday's got a 5-star weak foot, which, as many competitive pro players will tell you, is essential for any striker this year. That's why you would have seen a lot of pros earlier in the year, the ones that obviously were financially prudent. They would have been using Eusebios, R9s, Cruyffs, because they got the 5-star weak foot, which is obviously crucial as you can go on either side. If you stand someone up, you can never go on the left or the right. This makes it obviously a 50-50 guessing game for the defender. Whereas if you've got a player with a 4-star, 3-star weak foot, you know that 78% are going to go on the player's strong foot. So it just makes, that's what kind of pro comp games are this year. That game of chess with 5-star weak foot players. But anyway, onto the actual team itself. This is the team I used, but obviously the Mbappe, so I've already said about, with that as my bench. Adam, Gnabry and Kovacic were the subs I'd use. I'll go into more detail on them. But the actual custom tactics themselves, the one that obviously I actually play, as in like a 0-0 kind of game, the 4-2-3-1. I feel like there isn't a big difference in formations, obviously, for the last few years. It's just 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2. I know my friend Diogo, it's probably one, I'd say, the best in the world. He uses the 4-4-2, plays a very expansive style of football, but you'd see Lyrics also uses 4-4-2, is a very good player. But most players you'll see using a 4-2-3-1 because it's a lot more sound defensively. You obviously got the two CDMs you don't have in the 4-4-2. In the 4-4-2, you obviously have the two centre mids instead, and they're obviously more advanced players. This is what you say anyway. I play balance for that full width. I feel like it's just very consistent. You will see a lot of, well, not a lot, maybe some pro players will use or drop back definitely, but I don't. So you put pressure on heavy touch. Obviously, I have used it at times throughout the year, but my issue with heavy touch is the game's very inconsistent in what it deems a heavy touch. You'll have a player taking an absolute Romelu Lukaku prime Manchester United absolute donkey touch into nowhere, and your team will sit there and watch him chase the ball, chase his touch. But so you will see sometimes someone have a messy cricketer and going in and out like a training drill, and your team will swarm around him. So that's my issue with that. My issue is obviously it can help with chasing the game with others. It's something that I'd recommend because obviously starts passing around the back or something, centre back takes a dodgy touch, your team will fly around. But my issue with playing it in like a 0-0 kind of just a standard game of FIFA is that it happens a lot. You see in the Pep Guardiola diagram there, you'll see the two centre mids. You'll see a centre mid, something like not a heavy touch, a soapy touch, dodgy touch, and you'll see your fullbacks fly forward completely out of position. And obviously all it needs is someone to do a little LBY over the top, and then obviously the pace these team season wingers have, your Messis, even your super subs, your Moses Simons, your Adama Traores, it's absolute curtains. So that's why I wouldn't advise people playing heavy touch, because I feel like it can just kind of mess up and give your opponent an easy chance. Offensive style balance, again, you'll see quite a lot of diversity. I wouldn't say you see as much diversity of this as you would with defensive styles, but I just go with balance. I feel like you kind of, especially in the 4-3-1, it kind of keeps everything simple. I like how the 4-3-1 attacks. You kind of have the ram and the lamb, which kind of provide the obviously width. You have this cam and your striker, which I would recommend you play your Neymar, your 5-star weak foot players in the middle, because obviously, as I said, in the middle it's important to be able to go on either side, either foot. So I would say balance. Obviously you would go fast build up, maybe that's more for players to play with will kind of drop back away, kind of obviously play on the counter attack. Your team kind of storms forward when you do get the ball. But I go for balance. That's just what I've kind of used. 41 as a service formation. Instructions, fullbacks. I say just centre backs just standard. I have standard stuff on Stegen. Right back, left back. You will see some kind of diversity of this, but I just go with stay back attacking. I feel like I don't, especially I guess in kind of formations like narrow or comes to mind or 4-3-1-2. Sorry, you have the fullbacks maybe on balance to provide that kind of width. But I feel like for wide formations you don't need them. So stay well attacking to avoid any kind of flying up position that obviously just messes up your defensive shape. The CDMs I have on. See, some people would have cut passing lanes. I like to cut them myself. I don't feel like I need my CDMs like AI to do it for me. So that's why I have that just on balance, stay up well attacking, obvious reasons. And cover centre, because obviously the cover wing is defend the open wing if teammate is marking. That says to me anyway, like if your left back or right back pushes up, I obviously have them on stay back, so I don't feel like I need cover wing on my CDMs. Ram and Lamb, obviously dodgy, but I have them on come back on defence. I feel like obviously it's not a secret, it's a very defensive game, but I have it obviously because sometimes you want to play like a L1 or an LB pass with your right back or left back, obviously to CDMs, and they fly forward. If you want to get forward, it means that obviously your right back, your Ram and Lamb will at least come back and slot in if you want to come back on defence. So obviously that's the reason why I have that. I just have on complete kind of balanced instructions. I just like Neymar kind of the same where he is. So someone that is unbelievable on the ball, so I don't want him to come back, want him in attacking positions all the time. Striker, I just have him on getting behind stay for kind of standard formations, standard instructions. Sorry, I like him on getting behind because I feel like with these the team season centre backs now, even someone like Mbappe is obviously ridiculously quick. You have got your Ramoses, your Varans, your Pamecano's, your Michaelis, your Militao's. I'm missing out a load that are ridiculous pace centre backs of high agility, high balance. So I feel like any yard you can get on them is obviously incredibly significant. This is my 4-4-2 instructions tactics I'd use, just heavy touch, long ball. I only really use 4-4-2 these days if I'm not going gung-ho, but I'm either drawing a game and I don't feel like it's going my way, or I am behind in a game, 1 goal, maybe first half. I feel like the game's getting away from me. I don't feel like I've actually got it set up in this. No, I don't have it set up in this actual custom tactic, but that's my instructions I use. Is obviously this is my gung-ho. I'll go into my gung-ho kind of that dip, just come kind of fairly straightforward stuff, pressure on heavy touch, because I feel like I want my players to kind of swarm. I'm chasing a game or not feeling comfortable, so I want to put pressure on my opponent. Because come back, kind of say get me actually forward my strikers, so it's kind of like that, focusing on the square there between the 2 centre mids and the 2 strikers. Which, if you watch pro players, better said Diogo, Lyrics, other pros use 4-4-2. Crafty use 4-4-2. I think a lot of India. But if you watch them, it's like the square between the centre mids and your strikers. Ultra attacking 3-4-2-1. I feel like it's 10 depth, 10 width, kind of fast build up. It's kind of simple. You brought 2 goals down, 50 minutes to go, 1 goal down, 5 minutes to go. You just want to kind of chase a game. That's what I use. Player instructions. I presume that'll be now. Yeah, I don't have such instructions on this. I don't because I don't have them on stay forward because I feel like when you have stay forward, your whole team literally hugs the halfway line. Whereas you don't want that, because obviously if someone's coming at you, you don't want just your defence back, because obviously then it's an easy goal, isn't it? I think you want your midfield to kind of sit a bit, and then when you get the ball, you got some tactics, you have fast build up, you fly forward. But yeah, that's what I'd recommend for that anyway. That's my ultra defensive. This is kind of what I put on: long ball drop back, low width. Yeah. That's what I have in terms of if I'm seeing out a game. Also, if that's exactly the same, apart from I presume I may have come back on Neymar. Yeah, come back on Neymar. Just obviously sitting in kind of last 5 minutes kind of thing. Comments on the actual players themselves, I'd recommend. Obviously for birthday, Mbappe is obviously a very high budget player. but he's well worth calling. He's the best striker I've used this year, I can comfortably say. His record was disgusting for me. First I'd recommend Alan Maximum to a high level. I feel like it would have been interesting to see, obviously COVID robbed obviously the event that I qualified for, the Premier League, but obviously high global series events too. I feel like it would have been interesting to see how these FUT birthday cards would have affected the teams we've seen. I think we've seen a lot more diversity, so obviously how crucial the 5-star is this year. I think we've seen a lot of players like Sir Maximan, Mbappe, even if FUT birthday cards are really good. Di Maria, I'm missing some, playing on blank. I would obviously this Neymar is unbelievable, but I can't really recommend them because this FUT 5 months ago. I switched a lot of pros, and I would back them up. This Ramos is unbelievable. He didn't, 700k. I doubt his price has fluctuated too much either up or down. I wouldn't. 900k up is an anomaly. Okay, it's about 800k then by the looks of it. He's well off that price. He's unbelievable. He's probably the best centre back I've used. Militao, I'm not sure if his SFC is expired, but if it hasn't, I'd highly recommend him. Very, very good. This Theo Hernandez, I didn't have enough points for a seamless season, but he was very good. Obviously the 5-star skill is not essential on a full back, but it's nice sometimes when do a scoop turn or something like that, when a scoop turn. This Wan-Bissaka, I believe he is the best right back in the game. Unbelievable. He's got the pace, he's got the strength, he's got the height, he's got the spider legs, he's got the Patty V legs at right back. Patty V is he does a job, you know. He isn't anything special. He's not going to give you much going forward, but you know, pass the good players, let him play, give the ball to, I believe, the best centre mid on this game is Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, obviously, it's a disgusting card, isn't it? It speaks for itself, but yeah, he's unbelievable. Yeah, subs, kind of not much to say about them really. Gnabry, Kovacic, Adama, kind of, yeah, everyone knows Adama brings, don't they? Ken, he's a bit in the Hall of Fame now, but he's there to pick up the numbers. You know, Adama, if Adama comes on, I normally switch some Maximan to the left and then Adama on the right. Obviously Adama's kind of right foot, more chance of avoiding that. Was that 2-star, 3-star weak foot? Don't want to use that, do you? So yeah, Kovacic will bring on for Vieira, and then Gnabry will come on for Neymar late on if obviously Neymar's not got the best stamina, or in some games he will come on for Maximan if I wanted to use him as a lamb. So yeah, those are my custom tactics formation that I use to get 1306 in the world. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I presume you've come or you've seen my rewards, which are being Harry's using them on his channel. So big thanks to him. I will be hopefully more active on content kind of stuff now the season's out, although the comp play is kind of dead. So if anyone wants to see kind of tutorials, kind of FIFA analytics kind of stuff, and if FIFA analytics does it very well, maybe we'll have a different perspective on that, but more like kind of competitive kind of take on it. I know Zelanis does it very well too as well. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Any support is much appreciated. Thank you very much.